Hello, it's Taylor here. I hope you bear with me. I'm standing on a chair so I can see my camera's view, and hopefully it'll last tonight. I had to empty off all my pictures. Imagine, it was mostly pores, surprise, surprise. And there were humans on there too, but not so much. Anyways, last night's pour was just a disaster. Well, it wasn't a disaster, it just did not go the way I wanted it to. Look, my cheapness in trying to reuse my gloves is not working to my advantage at the moment. Ah! Anyways, so this is what happened last night. It looked so good, and it was another example of stop, walk away from the painting. Hopefully I'm not too loud because I'm right up here by the camera. I'm going to be down on the floor in a second. I am very tall, so I have to do this. Okay, so basically I'm just going to do negative space on a sacrificial canvas, and I've just poured some leftovers, and there's really not much in here. There's maybe an inch worth of goodness, wonderfulness. Can you see it? Ooh, look, there's some color shift. Got black, white, blue, opaque, semi-transparent on the blues. And they're mixed with gloss medium water to keep them flowing. I put some hair oil in the cup, and I spritz the black and the white. So I have black and white too. Almost forgot what I had. Okay, I know you can see in this area, and I'd have to get on my tiptoes to make sure I stay in your view. So this is basically just probably a negative space pour. It's sacrificial. I just want to see how everything's going to interact, and see if I come up with something. My ot light is like right up in me. Here, ot light. Anyways, so here we go. This is a really quick pour. Dirty flip cup. Yeah, rock the dirty flip cup. And this canvas, I'm not a pastel person, like, in case you didn't notice, right? I'm not really into pastels, man. Although I was a long time ago. I had all pink and white in my wardrobe. That was absolutely disturbing. It disturbed adult me. Okay, sometimes I can blow up my glove and it'll work. Okay, so this has been sitting a little while, so it's done its thing, and I guess I'm going to have to call it on these gloves after this pour. Happy day, happy evening. It's getting late. I got laundry to put away. Oh, goodness. Let's stick to the canvas. Okay, roll her out. Let's see what she does. Party. Let's see, go over there. It's lovely towards the corner. Then roll it down. And let's see, can you see? Yes, you can see. I don't want to lose anything while I'm trying to see if you can see. Can you see? Or can you see? And I had to refill my torch because apparently I want this to kind of stay together. You can always manipulate your paint at any point in the process. You're not obligated to only let it flow in this direction for this duration. And I know I'm not really going to get a good result out of this, but, well, I might get some interesting action. I just don't want to waste the paint. Maybe the sacrificial canvas is wasting paint. I don't know. So I'm trying not to let it get ahead of itself. Little drippy marks. Pull away. If you want to maintain the pattern, pull away. Like rolling on the edges of the canvas to keep your pattern flowing down the edge of the canvas. Come on, there you go. Well, we're getting some interesting color in action. Nothing wrong with touching your canvas. Also gives the paints a way to, the direction to go in. Kind of paves the way for its motion. And I do have a pretty thin pour here. I went a little bit thinner than the honey consistency recommended by all the experts, and I am not an expert, and I will not claim to be like you. I am learning the process. Like you, I'm impatient. I want it to go faster, hence I'm getting lots of ziggy-zag motions. Come to mama. Work with me, work with me. Maintain interest and grace. It's kind of fascinating. Starting to pull mud. I'm sure you've noticed that. It's still lovely. Need my little deformo fingers here. Stretch and pull. I guess that's a method I haven't seen yet on any of the videos. Stretch, pull your paint. Go with the flow. Well, not much of a negative pour, because it's obviously not, I didn't direct it into a specific shape to kind of give it a directional flow. There we go. It's taking longer than I thought. I'm going to look up and go, oh my god, that's a 20-minute video. What the heck? I only wanted 5 minutes. I hope you can see that. I have to tiptoe. It looks like you can. So will I call it, and will I torch it? Of course the mad woman will torch the canvas. I can never help myself. It's an addiction to see what more you can pull out of the paint, what more little treasures are hiding within. Just manipulate it if you'd like. You don't have to. And you can always paint over or scrape later. So we're getting some little sellage there, although it's going straight down to the canvas, which I'm not a fan of, but such is life. Okay, let's go for the torch. Now, I had to turn the torch down. I was smart and tested the torch before I did my video, and it was like, whoosh! I'm like, okay, not quite what I'm looking for, so I turned it down a bit. Let's see if I turned it down enough. Hopefully not too much. Turn it back up a little. Going for bubbles first. Of course, bubbles will also pull. Yeah, it looks like some of that dimethicone and cyclomethicone went straight down to the bottom of the canvas. Now, in this case, if you really wanted and you really got crazy about it, you can fill that in with a drop or two of paint, which will, you know, obviously cover the canvas, but you might want to dab it with a little alcohol and maybe do it after it's dry. Alcohol will break up the tension while it's wet, but after it's dry, it'll get rid of the dimethicone and silicone that you had, and then you can just make a kind of creative little mini baby pour within the cell. So that's why that failed, is that the silicone and the dimethicone went straight down to the canvas, and that was at the beginning, so that meant that the dimethicone that was on top in the cup hit the canvas, and then the paint rolled over it. And then as the paint separates and this activates the dimethicone, it opens up the cell that was there, and you've got canvas. So if that happens to you, you now know why. And yes, torching it can dry up the dimethicone and silicone a little bit. Get a lot of really nice little cell action. Nice sellage, baby. Okay, D for done. We're going to stop there. We're going to step away. I want to tilt it, so I'm not going to. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful evening. Recipe for these, for the most part, it was color shift colors, gloss medium, bit of water to a little watery, little more flowing than honey. The blue was an old blue I had laying around. It's not the same blue as last night. That was a slightly different blue. This was a custom one I made, and I couldn't do it again for the life of me. White was white with gloss medium water, nothing else. I don't even think I had a Floetrol in that. And the black probably did have Floetrol because it was old, laying about. It's probably at least, I don't know, I'm thinking it's a month old. Anyways, okay, great. Have a great day and keep on pouring. Ciao.